guys, Danny Johnson here. Just wanted to make a quick video about a little issue I had with a shop. As you know, this channel focuses on helping you change and do repairs on your car for just about anything that you really can on your own. And in this case, it was my wife's car back there, the Infiniti G35, and I had put new tie rods on it, inner and outer, took it in to have it aligned. And you know, mistakes happen, I understand that, but what had happened is my wife was driving down the road and noticed that the steering started to be off a little bit, and it progressively was getting worse and worse, you know, at a very quick rate. So as soon as it got back, I said, well, I have an idea what it is, and I put it up in the air, and this is what I had found.
So here's the nut for the tie rod that's loose.
And so basically what had happened is the tie rod nut had come loose. It probably was never tightened down properly. And you know, I'm not trying to be too critical with shops. This kind of thing happens. They're under a high production rate. They have to get things in and out. They have a lot of customers angry at, you know, just wanting their car back. So I understand it all. So I'm not trying to be too rude about the shops, but what I'm trying to stress, and the whole point of this video, is even if you take your car into a shop, you have to check the work. When you get it home, even if it's the next weekend or just sometime shortly afterwards, put the car up and just check what was done. The main problem I have with all this isn't that there was a little mistake made, but as usual, I knew exactly what was going to happen, and it did happen. I called in, and the person who picked up the phone just said, "Oh, you know what, sorry, we can't help you. You're going to have to make an appointment. It's going to be out a few days, this and that." Just a whole bunch of excuses. That made me really upset just because personally I'm in management myself, and I have a little saying that I've taught my people. They could all tell you that they've heard me say this, and it's a little saying that goes like this: it may not be your fault, but it is your problem. Okay? And what that means to say is that maybe, you know, what's happening to you isn't your fault. In this case, maybe the person behind the phone wasn't the person who did not tighten down the nut right or whatnot, but in management, it is your problem. You're supposed to take care of it. I think a lot of these shops are getting away from the customer is always right kind of mentality, and they're trading that for, we have the tools, so you're at our mercy. So that's what made me a little upset, and I had to tell him, you know, look, this has already walked itself off several threads. There's not many more threads on here before this tie rod's going to come off. This is a safety issue. We need to get this done quickly. It's also going to ruin my tire because now the car's out of alignment. Even with all that, he just said, you know what, sorry, can't help you. It's going to be a while. You need to make an appointment. And so I said, well, you have other shops across town. Can I go in there? And he said, yep, go ahead and call him. And that was it. That's another issue that I had. I think that he should have called the other shop and said, you know, when it's management, like I said, it's not his fault, but this is now his problem. He should have called the other shop and said, look, I have a customer who we didn't tighten something down on. He needs to get his car squeezed in over there, but you know, our guy's not here, whatever excuse it was. So I was a little upset that I had to do more of the legwork and had to be pushy, but I went into the other shop. I explained what was going on, showed them the video, and you know, sure enough, they're getting defensive and saying, I know what a tie rod is, this and that. It's okay. I don't really care. Point is, you have to check your work. And the other point is, this is why I really don't like dealing with shops. I like doing all my work on my own for several reasons. One, you have complete control and time of what you're doing. You're not under a production where you're trying to get another car in and push another car out and just get people on the road. You know, another reason, you can take more time on it. You can control the quality on it. And most of all, it's going to save you a lot of money if you can learn to do it yourself. One of the final reasons that I like doing these repairs on my own is because you learn, and then you know, just like when my wife came and said, steering wheel's off. In any other situation, I would have, if I didn't know much about cars, or I'd just have to say, well, we'll have to take it in, and that's the runaround I would have got, and it would have been days later, and who knows what could have happened in the meantime. So hopefully this channel can help you, improve your human capital, as it's called, and your knowledge, and all these little projects that you can take on. I'm hoping that you do take them on. I'm hoping you save money. I'm hoping that you learn how to do the repairs so that when something acts up, you know exactly what it might be and can start looking around. So in this case, unfortunately, I didn't have the alignment machine. I could have tightened it back down the best I could have got it. We could have parked the car over the weekend, but honestly, that's not how I think business should be done. So anyway, we got it all done and taken care of. I politely shook his hand when I was done and said thank you, and we were on our way. So hopefully, you don't have to deal with these kind of things, but if you're having your car worked on by other shops, it's most likely going to happen. And unfortunately, just being the nice guy, you'll most likely just get pushed around. So hopefully you can find that good medium where you're still tactful but still firm. So anyway, that's all I really had to say about it. Don't want to be talking too rude about shops or anything. It's a difficult job, but if you work at a shop or you manage a shop, please change this dynamic and just help people be more customer served. Anyway, thanks for watching.